Grit and glory, that's my story. Mud on my boots, but the sky's still for me. Blood on my knuckles, pain in my chest, but I don't back down. I rise, I progress. Grit and glory, watch me climb. Turn that overtime and overtime shine. World tried to break me, ain't no worry. I turn struggle into grit and glory. I'm the first on sight.
So, hey, welcome to Two Dads Gen X Edition. I am Dawson.
I'm James.
And we have a special guest for us.
Yeah, this is John.
Want to go ahead and introduce him?
So this is John. He is Pebble Pimp, and he is an emerging artist, emerging musician, independent artist, right?
Yep.
All right. And so, like, the intro music is one of his latest songs, Grit and Glory, and so hopefully you guys enjoy it. And at the end of the episode, if you hang out, you'll be able to hear the whole thing. It's coming out on his newest album. But John, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit? Tell us who you are and how you got started.
Well, I'm just a regular blue collar guy. I travel a lot for work. I did 15 years in the oil patch as a geologist. That's where my nickname came from, Pebble Pimp.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask you about that.
So who was it that actually gave you that nickname?
I was a tool pusher a long time ago.
Oh, yeah?
Nice.
Right on. So, like, the patch. Are you talking about, like, Landman, like the show?
Oh, yeah. I've been to those places, actually.
Oh, really? That's kind of cool.
So it's a real thing. It's not just Hollywood.
No, it's real.
So, like, do they actually kill people and throw them in the dirt and then pour concrete on top of them?
He probably can't say anything. How accurate is that show to you?
I never seen nothing.
Didn't yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. No. Right on. Well, tell me, what does a typical work week look like for you on the road?
Well, you wake up before the sun gets up, then you get back at the hotel after the sun goes down.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat. Exhausted every night?
Yeah.
Don't want to get
Plus,
up
I
every
spend
morning?
about 5.
What's that?
Yeah, every morning. But yeah, I spend about 4 or 5 hours each night, mastering my songs and working on some new lyrics and stuff while I'm out.
Gotcha.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. So where does that creative drive come from? Like, what got you into wanting to be a musician?
I've always written songs. I just figured, why not share them,
Yeah.
So, what was the first song that you actually wrote?
Oh, that's years ago, high school years.
Was it to get in the girls' pants?
Oh, definitely.
You're the guy on the stairs serenading the girls
I mean, that's why I sang in choir.
in the back of the truck.
Yeah, I mean, my brothers all played football. I sang in choir.
Yeah, it didn't work for me. Like walking around in a big baritone and be like,
Yeah,
it never worked to get in the pants.
So what, like, your first song, what was it about? If you were in high school, you weren't doing what you're doing now yet.
Well, I've had many years to perfect my writing, but it was mostly about street racing and girls.
Nice.
A product of Fast and Furious.
Yeah, probably back then.
Oh yeah.
What artists do you look up to that you emulate a lot from?
Well, I grew up on Alice in Chains, Metallica, Nirvana.
I knew you were cool.
Mostly 90s grunge. I'm sorry. But yeah, like I try to put the heart of the 90s grunge back into the new age rock with a little bit of hip hop flow.
Yeah, definitely can see it. You can hear it.
Yeah, it's a cool vibe. I like it a lot.
So what, out of all your songs, which one's your favorite that you've done?
My songs?
Yeah.
Probably Ashes of Yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I like
Yeah.
that one.
Why that one? What is it? What about that one? What message do you feel like that gives that means so much to you?
Well, that song's about facing a lifelong challenge, dealing with your past mistakes, and uh, rebuilding yourself, coming up like a phoenix through the fire.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can definitely tell a lot of your music is written with emotion and drive.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell just in the music how much you miss your family, and I think for me, I can relate to it a lot because it's like I work by my bust my ass just trying to catch up, and it just seems like you never can, and it's frustrating, and you just want to provide and do what's best for your family, and sometimes it's fucking sucks.
Yeah, I think I told you when you first reached out to me and I started listening to your music, I played it for Dawson, and I think I told you that he started crying. Not like super weepy or anything like that, but
No, don't be, man. I mean, it takes a lot. I mean, like I've always been the kind of person that when I listen to music, there's people that just listen to the beat. There's people that listen to the lyrics, and then it's rare that you get somebody that has the music that matches the lyrics that pulls your memories and emotion so well that you just can fucking relate, and you're like, damn. I wish it's like I wrote this song, even though I didn't, because I'm not going to take credit for your stuff. It's so good.
but if you were to write it, I mean, that's one of the things he kind of made that comment of like, if he were to write a song, that would have been like that spoke to him in that kind of way. So you got a talent, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's good. So what do you do as a dad and for your wife to stay connected and keep that family unit so strong while you're away?
Well, before you answer that, let's ask this question. So you're married. How many kids do you have?
No, that's a good question.
I have two.
2 kids. And how long you been married?
Yeah, 13 years.
13 years.
You sure?
Look away. Let me see. 1, 2, 5. Yeah.
It's long enough where you have to do math.
Right.
Yeah.
And how old are your kids?
They're both 8.
Oh,
Both
boys.
nice.
2 boys.
Twins?
Twins?
Yep.
Jinx.
Right on.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, like, how do you maintain being on the road, being gone so much?
Well, it gets hard sometimes, lonely, but they're always a call away, and anytime they need anything, they always know they can call me.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, my wife, she's a stay-at-home mom, full time, and as long as they're taken care of, I'm great.
And she's a boy mom, so you know she's cool.
Yeah, she's got to be cool if she's a boy.
I definitely
8
find that the boy moms are the ones that can put up with the being separated, grind, that's supportive.
Mhm.
They tend to know that it's, I don't know, they just seem to be more supporting
Yeah.
boy moms because they're just, they're getting their ass kicked by 2 kids
Oh yeah.
all the time.
What are some of the challenges though with like when you and your wife talk, and when there's struggles that go on and stuff like that, and you're on the road and you're gone for weeks at a time? What are some of the hardest things that you guys have faced so far? If you don't mind me asking that question.
Well, for me, like, she'll call me and, spread out this whole problem, and for me, like, I'm like, man, if I was home, it'd be so much simpler. Like, like I can't do anything from here,
Yeah.
but so we have to find alternative ways to deal with it, and co-parent on it. So
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. So I told you a little bit earlier that I was in the Army. I deployed for a year. Skyped with my family all the time. I had there were a lot of challenges and stuff with that where it's like my kids missed me, all that, but there were some really funny things that happened too. So before I share my funny story, do you have any like funny stories with your family being on the road? Like anything that you got a call or something like that, and it's just something that makes you laugh when you think about it?
uh, I've had quite a few. Um, yeah, I'd pass on that one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I think the one that I think is the funniest and it makes me laugh every time I think about it. So I have 5 kids, 4 girls, 1 boy. The boy's second oldest, and my second youngest daughter. One time when I got on Skype, my wife at the time was like, "Hey, you need to talk to your daughter. She got in trouble. This is what happened." I'm like, "All right, let me talk to her." And so she gets on. She's all like timid and looking down. And so we talk about what she was doing. I'm like, all right, after we talked through it, I said, so I'm not there to spank you, so you're gonna have to spank yourself. And she's like, no, she's all worried about it. I was like, nope, you got to do it. I'm not there. I can't do it. And so she like on camera, she turns sideways and like smacks her butt, and I immediately start laughing because it was the funniest thing. And and then of course, as soon as I'm laughing, she like does it like 3 or 4 more times.
Yeah.
Now it's funny.
Funny.
It's hard to kind of be dad from the distance, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that one makes me laugh.
I think mine was always like, we were so good at like timeout and all that stuff that like Quinn would just put himself in timeout when he knew he was in trouble. He'd be like, I'm going in timeout. I'm like, dude, you're not in trouble. It's okay. And he's like, I know you're mad. And he just run off. And I'm like, okay. It's like, you're not in trouble, but all right.
Yeah. So how often do you get home? Because you said you're in Virginia now, but like, when's the next time you're going to get home?
I go home this coming Wednesday for Thanksgiving, and I'm back out again.
And back out for how long this next time?
Probably a few weeks.
Yeah.
At least.
All right. Well, I'm a therapist, as you know, and I have a lot of like 70% of my clients are men, dads, things like that. And so one of the questions that I have for you about like when you get home, because I like want to see how you and your wife make it successful, because sometimes I have clients that they have these kind of issues. But when you get home, because you're gone so much, do you like, is it you just insert yourself into her system? Do things change while you're home dramatically? Or like, what is the actual dynamic? If you're...
Well, there is sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
You're good.
There is a brief period because I'm like, go, gotta get this done, gotta get that done. Like,
The honey-do list gets presented
pedal
to you.
the metal. Oh yeah. So that's my transition. I hurry up and knock it out, and deal with home life and everything, and then I give a few days of just spend time with family and everything, and head back out.
So is it something where your wife tries to like make that time as enjoyable and like the family being together as possible, so it kind of suspends the system that she has typically? Or is it because sometimes
we go on trips and go to the arcade.
Mhm.
Kids love the arcade, by the way.
Yeah.
Have a nice dinner.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, because I've got a couple clients that they have a different type of work, but they travel a lot, so they'll be gone not nearly as long as you, but like 3-4 days, and they're back for the weekend kind of thing. And one of the perspectives that I try and give them is, if you're gone, your wife is the one who is managing everything. And then if you come home and you start trying to make everything the way that you want it, and she's getting upset at you, are you disrupting her system?
Oh no, I learned a long time ago. She's the boss.
She got you trained. Well, and there's a lot of truth to that, because it's like you're providing and you're away and she's home taking care of the kids. And I think where people struggle is when a man comes home and is like, no, this is how I want it, this is how we're doing it, and it kind of disrupts her flow.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it takes a really strong man to come home and just kind of concede. And it's like, okay, I got this part of it, because you embrace the fact that it's my fucking family. I want to be here with them. I don't want to fight over petty stuff. And so it's just cool that you guys can do that.
All right, so let me ask you, let's get back to the music side of things a little bit. So with being on the road and away from family, you said earlier that you spend like 4 or 5 hours a night mastering your music and stuff like that. What is your actual balance? How do you like keep connected with your wife and your kids? How do you keep, pounding it away at the music, as well as like the hours and hours of work that you do? What is your actual, like, how do you balance all that together?
Honestly, like I just treat it one day at a time. There's no actual like time frame on anything other than work. But yeah, like any breaks I get, uh, I'll call her or she'll call me, and we'll just shoot the breeze and work on stuff that needs to be, talked about or whatever with the, you know, co-parenting and everything. And yeah,
All right. So then, in along with that, what kind of advice would you give to some of these younger kids that are coming up and getting into the trades and getting into these demanding careers? What advice would you want them to kind of emulate that you've learned?
don't get married. I'm just kidding.
Well, the sad thing is we're starting.
So
to
your
see
wife's
that
not going to watch
direction.
this episode then?
No, I'll probably hear from it.
No, I think the sad thing is the way a lot of these women are shifting to so much independence. I mean, we're starting to see the decline in the population in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They said 10 years ago it was like everybody had to have 2 kids to maintain
Mm-hmm.
population. Well, now we're getting to where barely people are having half a kid on average, and so we're just kind of this downfall. And it's just like finding a partner that actually still believes in the family unit is hard nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard for
Case in point, I've been divorced twice.
well, and it's crazy because they just did a poll asking 20 to 30-year-olds how many of them would like to get married and have a family, and it was just blew my mind that like the men has actually gone up to 67%, where women have dropped down to 32% only want to have a family. I'm like, that's fucked up. That's crazy. I mean, we're here for that reason.
I mean, I've been seeing people that like videos and stuff on social media where people are like, "Hey, come to Eastern Europe or go to Asia," and traditional wife kind of thing.
Yeah, here's a car, here's a package, here's
Yeah.
a woman. It's like, all right. we might send Jason over there, so he
Jason's
can
like,
find
"I'll go find me a wife." Yeah.
Let us
So-
know how it goes.
Obviously, the don't get married is probably not your advice. What would be your advice for guys getting into the trades?
Honestly, it's just teamwork. You got to work out, have trust in one another and do what you're good at, man. Like, if your partner's good at something else, like within that, let them take care of it and help while you can, where you can, and deal with the stuff that you're good at and let them help you sometimes. It's just teamwork.
I like
Awesome.
that. I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
That's a good one.
Yeah. All right. So on the road, well, let me ask you this, because we're right at now we're about to Thanksgiving, but this is going to come out right before Christmas. What are your family traditions? What are the Pebble Pimp family traditions for Christmas?
Well, one present, like Christmas Eve,
Okay.
let the kids get to pick, and then we fall asleep watching Christmas movies. And we leave the TV on, like the fireplace that handles like the Christmas music and stuff. So that's on all night. And yeah, I mean we put stuff under the tree and just chill for the rest of the night. Like, oh, thank God it's done.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
So you keep the TV on, volume up. You and the wife slip away for a little while. Let the kids sleep.
Make some cookies.
Keep the TV going so they don't hear the noise. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that term.
So have you been writing a Christmas song ever? Have you ever thought about doing one?
That's a pretty good idea, actually.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, 5% of the royalties.
It's fine.
I'm just kidding.
No, so my first stepdad, he was a songwriter, he was more country, like old school country, like Dolly and them. And so I wore a lot of earplugs. Um, but he actually started writing a song about putting Christ back into Christmas. And it's like where the world's just saying Xmas.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, we've lost this. Let's put the Christ back into Christmas. But he never could get the lyrics. It was just kind of, I remember hearing him just trying to get this song going. And it was just like, God, there is something to that,
Yeah.
but he just never got it done. That's probably the only thing I liked about him.
That's the only thing you liked about him. That's pretty bad.
The dick.
Well, I liked where it was heading there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, take it and run with it. Do you have like a song that whenever you hear it, it is the song that makes you think of Christmas?
Oh yeah, Jingle Bells.
Jingle Bells? Right
Oh,
on.
So what sucked is I used to work at the Buckle as a manager back when I was 19, 20, 21. And, November, they start putting one Christmas song in between every 3 songs. And then the next week it's 2 to 2. And then, 3 to 1. And then Thanksgiving, it's just all Christmas music. And the one band that just always threw me off was Boys to Men. Because you know how every fucking song, they always have that no, 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 no in every fucking song.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're literally singing, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas." No, 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 no. I'm like, do you want me or not? Do you want me to have one or not? Just you fucking tell me to do it, then you tell me not to. It's so confusing.
Well, what's yours?
Christmas song?
Yeah.
Probably just the Rat Pack. Anything the Rat Pack sings.
Just anything Rat Pack? Okay. For me, it's that Let It Snow when the weather outside is frightful. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I did actually write a song. You want to hear it? It's just really quick.
Let me go get my guitar.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I was 7.
John's like, yeah, I'm not going to listen to your demo.
It goes, people screaming, are you listening? On the curbs, people are pissing. Every corner you turn, you get a radiation burn. Dying in a nuclear war. Together we can build a snow bomb. Maybe blow our balls away. It goes on and on. It's just demented.
All right, Weird Al.
8-year-old kid.
Yeah, that's a Weird Al song. All right, so that brings us to our kind of our core subject question here. All right, John, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I agree. I think it definitely is. I think they fucked up having the second one be during Christmas too.
Right. It kept the tradition alive.
Yeah. What is your favorite Christmas movie?
What's the one where he's like, careful with that BB gun. You'll poke your eye out.
Oh, A Christmas Story.
Yes, that one.
That one's classic.
You got to remember that lampshade, okay?
Yeah.
That
Uh-huh.
lampshade.
Is that something your wife would get you for Christmas to have in your living room?
Or carry with you to the hotel rooms. She'll like do a cast of her own leg.
Yeah, there you
I like that idea. Though.
go.
Yep, yeah, there we go. There we go. What about you, Dawson? What's your favorite?
Mine's Christmas Vacation, 100%. Sydney and I just watched it 2 days ago because she had never seen it.
Really?
Yeah, and that's my fiance Sydney, and she liked it so much she actually went and bought these Griswold sweatshirts. So it actually says Griswold off the back, and it has like the little deer eggnog thing right here.
So mine's a little bit more current, actually,
Oh, which one's yours?
because there's those classics and everything. I really enjoyed Violent Night.
Oh, that was a good one too. Yeah.
Have you seen that, John?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, it's basically Santa Claus is drunk and
Yeah, Santa Claus is drunk and tired of his job, basically, and there's a family that's like some terrorists come in because they're a wealthy family and they're trying to like steal stuff, and she basically asks Santa to help save them, and Santa comes to the house and he's like John Wick.
yeah, just blowing people up and throwing people through presents.
It's
Yeah, it's a
hilarious.
pretty good one.
Yeah, so I really like that one.
It's the guy that plays Red Guardian in the Marvel movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's Santa Claus.
Yeah,
And he's pretty good. He's
Yeah, I'll
actually a
check
pretty
that
good
out.
action star.
yeah, it's a fun one. It's a fun one. I like it a lot. But no, with Die Hard, you know what Bruce Willis said because there was a roast of Bruce Willis back in 2018 where he said that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's a goddamn Bruce Willis movie.
Well, it's kind of funny because I saw it was like the 7 Steps to Kevin Bacon. They had one, the 7 Steps of Bruce Willis.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, the black guy, the character, the cop, he was actually on a sitcom in the same city as a cop. And it's actually the same character.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And they're just like, hey, would you like to just play this character and just have it as part of your like genre? And he's like, hell yeah, that'd be kind of funny. So it's kind of cool. This guy played a cop on this series for like 3 years, and then it got canceled, and then they hired him to be the cop on Die Hard.
That's hilarious. The conspiracy theory about that cop that on Die Hard where he's the one that shoots the guy at the end?
Oh yeah. I don't know it though.
Have you ever heard the theory about him?
No.
So he's like, because in Die Hard, he talks about how, he is struggled as a cop. He came from like New York or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then he reveals that he had to shoot a kid. And it was really, really hard. So he moved to California to get away from that. And then in Die Hard, he ends up shooting the guy at the end that's trying to kill Bruce Willis. And supposedly that creates a mental break. And then, what is it? Not Family Ties. What's the one with Steve Urkel?
Oh, maybe that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So when what is the name of that TV show? Family Matters. That's what it is. Yeah.
Family Matters.
So he's actually having a psychotic break and fantasizing about this wonderful family life. And Steve Urkel's actually the kid that he shot in New York when before he moved out to California. So it's like all connected.
Well, and I think that's part of that. What I saw is like he actually has the same character name in Family Matters.
Yeah, and the same job. He's still a cop.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. And it's just good writing,
That's great writing.
Taking a character across multiple universes.
Yeah,
that's before Marvel did it.
So, as a musician, is there a Christmas song that you despise that you wish nobody would ever play again?
Yeah, the Boyz II Men one. Ho ho
That's
ho.
yours. I'm asking John.
Mariah Carey.
I would have to agree with him on the Boys to Men.
That's so bad.
It is kind of bad. For me, it's anything Mariah Carey.
Yeah, that's why my second
Yeah.
one, Mariah Carey. I mean, I wish back then
so
DVDs
overplayed.
you could just scratch out the section that has Mariah Carey.
Yeah, because she's in every single Christmas album.
Oh, so annoying.
Any mixed now Christmas whatever.
Yeah.
She's in every single one of them.
Well, you gotta think, the Last Boy Scout minus Mariah Carey, like
It'd be a
instant
fabulous movie.
box office.
Absolutely.
Yeah, obviously. It was actually a great fucking movie. What's my wife on your finger scale?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So bad.
It's sad that's the only line I know of that movie. And I think I was 12 when I saw it. It's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Is there any quote from Die Hard that you like the most? Or a scene that you think is the funniest?
When he's crawling through that ductwork in the building.
Yep.
It's like, oh yeah, come to California and have a good time.
Yes. Why is it curl the toes?
Yeah.
He's like, curl toes. Oh.
Yeah. So
But I did try it.
Yeah, Jason put the quote. He put the quote down where Bruce goes, "Now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho."
They sell that shirt now.
Do they
You
really?
actually buy that
Oh.
sweatshirt with like fake blood and
All right,
actually
Christmas
says
present
that.
for you if you want to get that for me.
Okay. I just saw it on my feed.
In that movie, he writes it on the shirt, and it's not a quote that he says; it's written on the shirt. He puts the dead guy.
Oh, that's right.
And you just see ho ho ho, and he
Yeah.
pulls it down and goes, "Now I have a machine gun."
Man, yeah, he was a great actor, great action hero.
I miss him. All right. Well, that's kind of cool, man.
Yeah. So we all think it's a Christmas movie.
Definitely a Christmas movie. I think it shifted Christmas movies.
Oh yeah.
Because I think you had Home Alone and then Die Hard and then Christmas Vacation were the three that really changed how Christmas movies were.
Mm-hmm.
Kind because like the last best one I've seen besides the Violent Night was the Office Party with everyone. There's so many people in that movie. But Justin Bateman's like the main character.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's pretty good.
No, I see. I grew up on all the classics, like Miracle on 34th Street or whatever it is, and Let It Snow. All the Bing Crosby singing, dancing,
White Christmas.
So,
all right. So, what did you get your wife for Christmas? Since this will come out the day before or 2 days before,
yeah,
we'll bleep it out.
Oh, I can't tell you that.
we can bleep it out. We'll edit it out. I do the editing. I promise. She won't hear a thing.
A hard time.
A hard time. There you go. In a box. Did you double wrap it?
Oh yeah. Well, I think was it the Lonely Island? Yeah, they did a song about a box.
Yeah, that's. Have you watched all 3? Because you got the dick in the box. It's Mother Lovers, and it's not gay if it's a 3-way, and they all just go after the next one. And supposedly they're working on a 4th one.
Are they really? Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Is it Peggy?
Well, I think that's what happened in the It's Not Gay if It's a 3-way.
Yeah. Well, so Dawson has a thing about pegging.
No, you do.
No.
That was all you.
No, you asked me if I do that, and I said no, and you're like,
don't
you haven't let it go since.
Actually, it's him that hasn't let it go.
Yeah, we won't ask that question of you, John, if you and your wife participate.
And Peggy. No, we won't ask that.
This is a Christmas episode. Shh.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and have you pimp your music. And for all the people that watch this and hear this, what do you want them to? How would you get them to listen to you? What's your pitch?
Honestly, like I just try to represent like the blue collar life, like the struggle, the strife, and the pride it takes to. Because I mean, just for like construction, that's like the backbone of our country, like the roads that we drive on, the buildings that we stay in. Yeah.
That's cool.
Even comes down to the power that we get to power all these things, like solar farms, building drilling rig sites so we can get the gas and oil, and yeah.
It's just really.
And you can hear that come through your music. It's like that's the voice that you speak from. It's like you're talking for all the blue collar workers out there.
It definitely.
Someone has to.
Yeah. I mean, you feel it. I have you in a playlist with, Linkin Park and Post Malone and Stained, and so you're in that kind of heavier genre. But anytime I've had it on, and I'm known in the hospital because I'm a nurse, the guy that always has music. I float everywhere, and they're like, I didn't know we were allowed to play music. I'm like, I don't know if you are, but I just fucking do it. Wherever I'm at, and I've had 3 people comment on Far From Home. They're like, who is this? This is kind of cool. I'm like, hey, it's a new guy we like, and he's gonna be on the show soon. You should watch him, and so you're getting. We're putting you out there on our side too, so
yeah, definitely.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, even at the gym that I go to.
I guess.
Yeah, even at the gym, there's a couple of the trainers that I'm just like, do you listen to rock? You got to check this guy out.
Yeah.
So
good.
All right. So how can people find you? How can people find you? Where can they listen to you?
I'm on everything. TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat. Yeah. Spotify and Apple Music, iTunes.
Nice.
Deezer.
Right on. All right. So everybody needs to find Pebble Pimp. Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. Start listening to them. Let's get them because you're independent, right? You don't have a contract with some big record company that rips you off.
I turned down 3 already.
Have you really?
Oh, nice.
Right on.
It's probably hard to do.
It probably is kind of hard to turn down. No,
Not really.
No, they offer you like some good money.
It's not about the money.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, and it's hard. I mean,
It's
you look
cool.
at, that's one of the reasons Taylor bought all her shit and remastered the back end, because they tell you what to do. You need to make
Yeah.
this song. This is who you're going to be with. And she's one of the few that said no. It's even like Panic at the Disco. I mean, Brendan Urie, like he never would bow down to him.
Mhm.
That's why he quit. Because as soon as he had kids, he's like, I'm done making music. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, they were pretty good. But yeah,
He put family first because, he actually grew up Mormon and really struggled with it, but they're in
I'm Mormon.
Vegas. and it's like his mom, I don't remember if she was a call girl or something, but I know she worked a lot. I don't want to have a life where I don't see my kids because
Yeah.
it sucked, kind of thing. So
yeah, well, we're gonna keep promoting you personally, definitely, and certainly on the podcast because we both like. Honestly, it's not like, oh, he's our guest, so we're gonna promote him. We actually really like your
Yeah.
music,
like it a lot.
so we really do.
I appreciate that, guys.
Absolutely, absolutely, and first concert here in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Hooks up,
Backstage, let us up.
and we'll take you out to some barbecue.
And there's actually a
Barbecue.
great place that does small bands. It's called the Record Bar. It's in downtown.
There we go.
It's a pretty good venue. It holds like 250 people.
All right. Well, we want to thank John for joining us, and hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Definitely watch Die Hard, the Christmas movie, and as we go out, we're gonna play Grit and Glory. So stick around, listen to the whole song, and then drop comments. Let us know what you think. Find Pebble Pimp on all the social media that you listen to. But John, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it very, very much.
Merry Christmas, man.
Hey, Merry Christmas. I'm happy to be on and enjoy the song.
We'll do.
Bye, guys.
We'll do. Thank you. Stay classy, Kansas City.
Yeah. Clock in, clock out. Same grind, but this time we rise. We rise. We rise. We rise. Grit and glory, that's my story. Mud on my boots, but the sky still for me. Blood on my knuckles, pain in my chest, but I don't back down. I rise, I progress. Grit and glory, watch me climb. Turn that overtime and overtime shine. World tried to break me, ain't no worry. I turn struggle into grit and glory. I'm the first on sight when the dawn still yawns. Blueprint, mind, steel tape, steel palm. Survey line running like a lifeline straight. Trying to map out dreams while I wrestle with fate. Boss man barking, deadlines talking. Back hurts bad, but I keep on walking. Clock keeps ticking, but I stay driven. Life ain't give you, take what you're giving. I've been down, I've been bruised. Lost some fights, paid some dues. But you'll never see me fold. I turn pressure, grit and glory. That's my story. Mud on my boots, but the sky still for me. Blood on my knuckles, pain in my chest, but I don't back down. I rise, I progress. Grit and glory, watch me climb. Turn that overtime into overtime shine. World tried to break me, ain't no worry. I turn struggle into grit and glory. Mama said, boy, don't get lost in the grind. But I found my heart in them power lines. Concrete dust in my lungs, my pride. This blue collar life, that's where I reside. Every setback, I turn into fuel. Build my empire with a level and tool. Worksite warrior, stormproof soul. Pebble Pimp, born for the heavy load roll. Tell 'em I ain't done yet. Everything I want, I get. If the world won't open doors, I break in through the floors. Grit and glory, that's my story. Mud on my boots, but the sky still for me. Blood on my knuckles, pain in my chest, but I don't back down. I rise, I progress. Grit and glory, watch me climb. Turn that overtime into overtime shine. World tried to break me, ain't no worry. I turn struggle into grit and glory. Yeah. From the trenches to the charts, we build it, we earn it, we ride it.